Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shetler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shetler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. Welcome into softball action here on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook and YouTube, also on Skunk River Radio Facebook. Not very good Wi-Fi tonight, folks, so we apologize for the quality of the live broadcast. We will be recording this, and we can put it up later on as well. So that's just the situation that we're being dealt tonight. We do thank our sponsors for Sigourney softball and baseball this year. That includes Oski Dental, Signs Plumbing, Kelly Style at State Farm, Sigourney Body Shop, Essence of Life Hospice, Sigourney Motors, Sloan Moore Monument, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, and also Sheets Chiropractic. I'm going to try not to do much talking tonight. I don't have much of my normal voice with me, but we do have, of course, Josh Clubb to do the play-by-play. And Josh, we're getting the starting lineups right now. I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, beautiful night. No threats of rain tonight, and we're indoors, so we don't have to scramble around the weather tonight. But they are getting the starting lineups out on the field. I'll get through those here momentarily. Sigourney coming into this one at 11-5, BGM at 11-4. Both teams towards the top of the South Iowa Cedar League standings. Sigourney currently leads at 11-0 in the conference, 11-5 overall. BGM at 7-3 in the conference and 11-4 overall. These two teams met earlier this season, and it was a nail biter. It was a 2-0 game. With the Savages pulling out the victory by way of a 2-run shot in the third inning by Josephine Moore were the only points that Sigourney could muster up, but she pitched a great night that night and held BGM to 2. So get through the starting lineups quick. I'll start with the Sigourney Savages leading off. Number 7, Kinsley Clubb playing center field. Batting second, number 10, Danny Aller playing shortstop. Batting third, number 9, Josephine Moore, the pitcher. Batting fourth will be number 23, Devin Smallwood playing first base. Then you got number 25, Ella Bruns, batting fifth, playing third base. Number 27, Kylie Cavan, batting sixth and playing left field. Batting seventh, number 26, Kia Montgomery. She's in right field. Batting eighth is number 4, Izzy Green, playing second base. And batting ninth will be number 15, Abel McCauley, the catcher, as we're getting ready for the national anthem. I believe I think they're waiting for the baseball stadium to get their stuff ready to go. So quickly I'll get through the Bears. Leading off, number 17, Ryan Van Dee. She's playing center field. Batting second will be number 1, Emerson Meinert. She's catching. I'm just listening in to see if they're going to start the national anthem. I don't want to be talking during that. Batting third, number 8, Kerrigan Meinert. She's playing shortstop. Batting fourth, the designated player, number 7, Maya Beck. Batting fifth and pitching tonight will be Kara Arment. Batting sixth and playing first base will be number 10, Kylie Arment. Batting seventh and playing third base will be number 3, Macy Heischman. And batting eighth, playing right field, will be number 23, Anna Coleman. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 9, Aiden Corona. And then the flex player tonight for the Bears will be number 2, Shay Strong. She'll be out in left field. So that's how these two teams will start out the night. Of course, Sigourney, the visiting team, they will lead off first when we're done with the national anthem, as they're still doing the baseball starting lineups here at BGM. The third base and first base lines line up with each other, so side-by-side fields. It's great for parents like the Bruns. I saw them out in the middle able to watch both Ella and Isaac compete here tonight, so those parents certainly like it when these fields are next to each other. Another one coming up with Iowa Valley will be the same way, as they're still continuing through those. Leaders for Sigourney, Josephine Moore leads the Savages in all categories. She's got 16 hits, a batting average of .485, 13 runs, 19 RBIs, 3 doubles, 5 home runs, and she's got 4 stolen bases. Pitching-wise, she's got 9 wins, 68 2/3 pitch, an ERA of 1.43. For the Bears, Emerson Minor, the freshman, is the hits leader with 20 hits, a batting average of .400. Scored 18 runs, 10 RBIs, 3 doubles, 1 home run, and 12 stolen bases. Maya Beck, the freshman, is the RBI leader. She's got 17 RBIs on 19 hits, 388 average, 6 doubles, and 1 stolen base. And it is now time for the playing of the national anthem. All righty, and that is the recording the national anthem. Got it done at both stadiums, and we are set to go here tonight. And I won't ask Steve many questions. He doesn't have much of a voice tonight, but he did mention already. I just actually got a couple text messages, but the Wi-Fi, the school Wi-Fi, as well as the internet box that we have with us, and even cell phone reception, is not the greatest here at the BGM field. So bear with us. Steve is recording this as well.
Is that a BGM
that was not
joke?
No pun intended.
I
didn't even realize I said that, but no pun intended. But Steve will have that up as a video after this is over. But hopefully we get a little more reception. Maybe we'll try to move the internet box around a little bit.
By the way, Josh, I did want to chime in here and say that this game tonight, from the angle that we're at, it's going to make me do my camera skills. I'm going to have to try to follow the ball wherever it goes. Usually it's just, we have one view and that's it. But we're going to try to follow the ball since, we're at the angle that we're at tonight.
And you're going to have to keep your head on a swivel because your camera angle is exactly where Steve is standing, and any check swing pitch from a right-handed batter, which most are right-handed batters, is going to come right at you, Steve. So be ready.
Yeah, we've got a nice unobstructed view of the field, but that unobstructed view comes with the price that we might have to pay later on.
Yes, and we came to our as close as we've came thus far this season on getting hit by a foul ball last night, but it actually stayed in the park, and Addison Miller made a great catch right at the fence right in front of us. Here we won't have reaction time. It'll just keep. And we'll lead off with Kinsley Club, Danny Aller, and then Joe Moore. Danny Aller will be your first threat, and I stood at first base coaching Danny Aller on a team, and she has a tendency to check them to the right side, so just be ready when Danny is up to bat. With that, the throwdown is complete, and that'll bring up Club to lead off for the Savages. Been leading off most of the year, batting a .333 this year with a .381 on-base percentage. 13 hits, 39 at-bats, 13 hits, 10 runs scored, 11 singles, and 2 doubles. She digs in. The first pitch is called strike one. Kara Arment, the pitcher, misses low for ball one. And I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage of the angle. Actually, I have to lean forward to see home plate. So you may see it better than I do as the 1-1 comes in low for ball two. 2-1 now to the leadoff hitter of the game. This pitch comes in low as well. 3-1 now. The pitch called strike two. Count is full. Arment fires. Pitch is swung on and tipped into the glove for a strikeout. First out for the Bears, and that'll bring up Danny Aller playing shortstop tonight for the Savages. First pitch to Aller is swung on and missed for strike one. This pitch sails high and over the catcher's head for ball one. So Arment starts out with Aller the way she did with Club. First pitch strike, then a ball. This pitch outside for ball two. As I mentioned in the beginning, very close game the last time these two teams met in Sigourney. The 2-1 is low, ball three. So 3-1 now on Aller. The 3-1. Low for ball four, and Danny Aller is aboard with a one-out walk. She'll be at first, and coming up to the plate will be Joe Moore. And once the stats are updated, her and Reagan Gruey, who we saw last night, are tied for home runs. Moore had one last night against EV. First pitch to Moore catches the outside corner for strike one. The 0-1 is a changeup that floats on her for a ball. 1-1 now. Josephine, 7 home runs on the season. As mentioned, she's got 16 hits. This pitch is slapped to the left side and into left field for a single. Aller will move up to second, and Moore is safe at first. So be runners at first and second with one out, and that'll bring up Devin Smallwood. Smallwood has power as well. She has 3 home runs on the season. Swung on a miss the first pitch for strike one. Smallwood with a game winner at Keota when we were there covering the baseball game. The 1 to Smallwood is low for ball one. It's 1-1. As they get the signal from Coach Striegel. And now a time is going to be called by the pitcher to get a different ball. As the pitcher's actually bleeding and got blood on the ball, so a little pause in the game as Arment's going to get her finger taped up. It'll be a 1-1 count with one out on Smallwood when we resume. Devin is batting a .382 this year, .436 on base percentage, and a .676 slug percentage. She has struck out 6 times. She has 16 RBIs and a chance for at least one here. Danny Aller has good speed there at second base. If Devin can find a gap somewhere in the outfield. Very warm day. Very, very light breeze blowing here at Brooklands Field with blowing in, but I don't think it would really affect anything. And out in right center field, there's another field there. We've got a little T-ball game going on as well. So actually just looking over at that, and all the outfielders are as well as Arment's. Just have runners at first and second. Leadoff hitter was Kinsley Club. She struck out with a full count. Aller walked in 5 pitches. And Joe Moore picks up a single to left field to get the Savages to where they're at. Single one out to left field. Just ground ball between the shortstop and third base, but hit pretty well. Yes, this is quite the delay here. May have to get some type of a little word from our sponsor. How's our stream doing over there, Steve?
Oh, it's definitely sketchy at best.
Okay.
I wish
all
we
right.
knew. I wish. All right, here she goes.
Here she comes out of the dugout with.
But she goes back in. I was gonna say, I wish I knew how long we had. I'd throw in some commercials.
I mean, it's. It looked like it was just like her pinky finger had a little cut on it or something, and of course, the pitcher, trying to get it taped up so that it doesn't change your grip on the ball is tough too. I had to deal with that in junior high, actually. I had a girl, my starting pitcher, split her middle finger open in warm-ups and actually couldn't pitch that day because she had no control. We'll see here as get away from, hi Joe, get away from the Savage girls on base waiting this out. All right, and here comes Garrick Arment back out onto the circle. He's got a 1-1 count on Devin Smallwood. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The 1-1 is high for ball 2. Just missed upstairs. Good looking pitch from Arment after she was dealing with finger bleeding. Here comes the 2-1. This is fouled straight back and out of play for strike 2. 2-2 now on Smallwood. 1 out. Smallwood. This is low, ball 3. Works the count full. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat with a long delay in it, so Smallwood's been up there for a while. Here comes the full count pitch, is slapped foul. Got her to chase one low. Smallwood keeps the at-bat alive. Arment fires the payoff pitch. This is swung on a miss, and Arment wins the battle for the second out. So that'll bring up Ella Bruns, third baseman, freshman for the Savages. That's from the right side as well.
Your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
And we thank all of our sponsors for being on board with Steve Shuttler Media for our coverage of high school softball for Sigourney and BGM tonight. That includes Oski Dental, Sigourney Body Shop, Essence of Life Hospice, Sigourney Motors, also a Sloan Moore Monument, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, and Sheets Chiropractic. Again, the Wi-Fi here at BGM is spotty at best, so we are recording this, and we will post the game in its entirety a little bit later on this evening when we get back home to Sigourney. But we go to the bottom of the first. Josh Clubb has the call of the game.
And I'll lead off with Ryan Van Dee, the center fielder for these Bears. She digs in. Joe Moore pitching for the Savages. First pitch to Van Dee is low for ball one. The 1-0 swung on and off of her leg to Bruns. Bruns fields it at third, fires over to first, and Smallwood secures the grab for the first out. And that'll bring up number 1, Emerson Meinert. And their Bears are now challenging that it came off of her foot, which I thought it did too, but it's Emerson Meinert, the catcher for the Bears, moves to the front of the box as she awaits the first pitch from Moore. First pitch is showed a bunt, pulled it back, and jumped over the pitch as it was low and inside for ball one. Where the Savages are lined up in the field, you got Ella Bruns at third, Danny Aller at shortstop, Izzy Green at second, Devin Smallwood at first. Joe Moore pitching, Abel McCauley catching. Kylie Cavan out in left, Kinsley Clubb in center, and Kia Montgomery in right. The pitch is swung on and popped up. Shallow left field in near foul territory, does fall foul. Cavan could not quite get there. Long run for her. So it falls for a strike. It'll be 1-1 to Meinert. Meinert's first pitch is flung right back to Moore for the out. Didn't even get a chance to say who the young lady was that was batting. That was Kerrigan Meinert. First pitch, liner back to the pitcher, and we will head to the second inning. Due up for the Savages will be Kylie Cavan, Kia Montgomery, and Izzy Green.
See State Farm agent Kelly Style in Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Style's mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Call Kelly at 641-673-0088 or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Style State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. If you've had a run-in with a deer, a fender bender, or any sort of accident with your vehicle, take it to Tony and the guys at Sigourney Body Shop at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney. They'll get you back on the road in no time. And Tony will help you out with a free estimate. It's service with a smile at Sigourney Body Shop. Give them a call at 641-622-2022 or again, stop in at TM and Sigourney Softball here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, YouTube, also on Skunk River Radio Facebook. We go to the top of the second, 0-0. Josh has the call of the game.
All right, and that brings up Kylie Cavan, left fielder, another 8th grader for the Savages. Digs into the right side. First pitch to Kylie is swung on and lofted softly to center field. The catch is made by Van Dee, and the first out with one pitch. And that'll bring up Kia Montgomery. Kia playing in right tonight. She is a sophomore. Bats from the left side. Typically takes a slap approach. Pitch is Swung on and missed for strike one. Montgomery with blazing base running speed. Anything in the infield is no secured out. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike two. Montgomery has an 0-2. Arment fires the 0-2 and goes high for ball one. Kia batting in the 7th spot tonight. The pitch is swung on a miss for strike three and the third strikeout for Arment. And the second out, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Izzy Green. Izzy, a freshman for these Savages. Savages, a very young team. Pitch is high for ball one. Sends another one upstairs for ball two. And Arment misses both over the head of Izzy Green as she waits patiently. The 2-0. Just missed outside for ball three. 3-0 now to Green. Probably taking all the way here. The 3-0. Called strike one. And Green was taking all the way. The 3-1 swung on and fouled back and out of play for strike two. So a full count on Green with 2 outs. She's the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Catcher Abel Montgomery behind the backstop. So Green, after seeing 3 pitches out of the zone, able to foul a couple off. The pitch swung on and popped up. This one might stay in play. Catcher's going to make the call, a grab down near the dugout for the third out. And the Savages go 1-2-3. And we will head to the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Bears will be Beck, Arment, and Arment.
Sigourney Motors is a great place for quality used cars and trucks, and most vehicles are priced under $10,000. Right now featuring a 2000 Ford F-150 Super Crew STX 4x4, a 2014 Dodge Journey SXT, and a 2012 Sigourney Motors also offers oil changes and maintenance repairs and more. Stop in and see CJ at 705 East Jackson in Sigourney. Call 641-224-8056 or email SigourneyMotors@gmail.com. The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. And we're back here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio in Brooklyn tonight. Sigourney at BGM for softball, and we go to the bottom of the second, scoreless.
Scoreless, and the designated player, Maya Beck, will step into the box. Beck batting in the spot for the flex player, Shea Strong. He's playing left field. Beck digs in. Bears went down in order in the first inning as Joe Moore goes back to work. First pitch is low and inside for ball one. To Maya Beck. Maya Beck's batting a .388 this year, .444 on base percentage. Get to Moore after the 1-0. Called strike one on the inner half of the plate. Beck's got 19 hits on 49 at bats, 13 singles, 6 doubles. 10 runs scored. The pitch. Low, ball two. Two and one to Beck as Sigourney's outfield has moved a little bit to the right this inning. The pitch. Called strike two, inner half. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No one out as we start the bottom of this second inning. Scoreless between the Savages and the Bears. Moore's pitch is a changeup that hits before the plate for ball 3. 3-2 now. First sign of the changeup from Joe Moore. She'll go to it a lot throughout the game, but waits till the second inning here tonight. The payoff pitch again is low for ball 4. Moore walks her. And the Bears have their first base runner on. It's Maya Beck. And that'll bring up number 22, Kara Armont, the pitcher. Moore won the first pitcher's duel by singling out to left field. Armont will try to do the same with a runner at first. Moore had the same situation. First pitch is popped up high. Shortstop Danny Aller going over to third base foul territory, making the grab for the first out. Beck didn't even come off the base. And it's a first out. And Aller there, as she was chasing that down, actually took her visor off and threw it to the dugout. This brings up to that after this first pitch. First pitch is swung on a miss for a strike to number 10, Kylie Arment, the first baseman. Her first at bat. She's batting .279 on the season, .392 on base percentage. The pitch is low, I think, for ball 1. So 1-1. Pitch certainly didn't miss by much. The 1-1 is fouled. Back to the backstop for strike number 2. Would not be surprised at all if Moore reaches into that changeup now. The 1-2. Tries to get her to chase one upstairs. Ball 2. Coach Striegel calls the pitches from the dugout, relays them to Abel McCauley, sends them to Joe. The pitch swung on and fouled back just a piece of it. To foul tip it and keep the at-bat alive, the count will remain 2-2 with one out runner at first for BGM. Moore deals the 2-2, and this is a changeup that is checked foul. Nicely done by Arment, as she was about to unload way too soon, but able to hold her swing and just get a piece of it to send it foul. So the 7th pitch from Moore, a 2-2 count. This pitch just gets her to chase one upstairs for strike 3. In the second out. That'll bring up Macy Heichman, the junior, playing third base for BGM tonight. 2 outs, runner in first. Still scoreless in this one. Moore fires. First pitch is swung over to third baseman Brunn. She fires to Smallwood in time for the third out. So the Bears strand a runner, and we will head to the third inning. Due up for the Savages will be the 9-1-2 hitters and McCauley, Clubb, and Aller.
Sloan Moore Monument in Sigourney, Iowa has been serving Midwestern families since 1886. The family-owned operation has set stones locally for customers all over the country. If you're in need of assistance selecting the right memorial for your loved ones, let the Sloan Moore family guide you to the fit that's right for you. Call 641-622-3121. For engraving, stone setting, and customization, see Sloan Moore Monument at 411 West Jackson Street in Sigourney. Find more information at sloanmoore.com. Signs Plumbing, offering top quality plumbing services, boilers, and general HVAC and furnace repairs. Call James at 641-919-8973. You can also find Signs Plumbing on Facebook. For all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling services, call Signs Plumbing at 641-919-8973. Signs Plumbing at 208 Ackerd Street in Harper, serving the surrounding area. For top quality service, call Signs Plumbing. All right, we're back with Sigourney at BGM softball tonight. Again, the Wi-Fi not all that great. We're doing what we can, and we go to the third inning.
And leading off for the Savages is Abel McCauley. First pitch to her is called strike one. She's the number 9 hitter-catcher tonight for the Savages. Pitch is swung on a miss for strike two. Be an 0-2 on McCauley. Abel, a freshman for the Savages. This pitch is high and away for ball one. McCauley's averaging a 161 this year. The pitch swung on and popped softly to the left side and foul. Goes off the fence. So McCauley able to get contact and get that pitch. Or keep the at-bat alive, I should say. McCauley digs in, pitches low for a ball. Ball two, 2-2 now. Arment fires the 2-2 to McCauley, and this is swung on and hit hard up the middle and in through for a base hit. McCauley with a single to start off the inning. Second hit for the Savages. Get a courtesy runner. Nevaeh Beinhardt will come in and run for McCauley, the catcher. And Beinhardt a threat to steal. Kinsley Clubb digs in. Struck out her first time up with a full count. First pitch to her. Shows a bunt, offers it a high one. Ball is passed, though. Gets past the catcher. That moves Beinhardt up to second. Now a runner at second with no one out for the Savages. Clubb has a 0-1 count. Arment fires. Pitch is bunted high and foul. So no 2 count on Clubb. She bunted that one foul. Shown bunt those first two. Arment fires the 0-2. Pitch is called, strike three, and she'll go down looking for the first out, and that'll bring up Danny Aller. Aller walked in her first at bat, moved up to second on the Moore single, and was stranded there. Aller a threat to bunt as well. Beinhardt at second. Aller shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch is called a ball. Pitch is bunted. Back to the first baseman. She turns. They'll get the out at first. Beinhardt moves up to third. And that is the second out. Sack bunt for Danny Aller. So it'll be a runner on third with 2 outs. And Joe Moore will step to the plate for her second at bat. Singled to left field her first time up. First pitch to Moore is called, strike one. Moore digs back in. Changeup gets away from Arment, and it's called a ball. A 1-1 now to Moore. Swung on and hit hard down the left field line and foul. At a strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nevaeh Beinhardt running for Abel McCauley stands at third. Pitch is swung on and hit deep to left field. Giving chase to left fielder. This goes off the wall. Beinhardt scores. Moore will get to second with a double. So it's an RBI double for Joe Moore with 2 outs. And the Savages have the first run of the game and lead 1-0. That'll bring up Devin Smallwood. She struck out in her first at bat. It was a 9-pitch at bat, though. She fouled a few off. This pitch is swung on and flared to this side for strike number 1. Pitch is high. Ball 1-1 now to Smallwood. Moore at second, 2 outs. The 1-1 swung on and popped up. Infielder, first baseman, is going to make the grab for the 3rd out. But the Savages are able to get 1 run off of 1 hit, and we will head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Due up for the Bears will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters and Coleman, Corona, and Van D.
Hi, I'm Krista Sellers, driver of the 7K Figure 8 race truck. I race at local Figure 8 tracks across southern Iowa. One of my good sponsors is CJ at Sigourney Motors. Next time you or someone you know is looking for a good used vehicle or in need of some minor repairs, you can contact CJ at Sigourney Motors. Give them a call at 641-224-8056 or stop by 705 East Jackson Street in Sigourney, Iowa. Hope to see you at the races or at CJ's shop.
Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. Skunk River Radio will also be available on Google Assistant in the near future. You can listen to me, Steve Shetler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. And speaking of Skunk River Radio, just found out that that app is now available on the Google Play Store, finally. So if you want to listen to country music from 1990 through 2010, along with some Iowa country music, download that on both the Apple Store and the Google Play Store for the Skunk River Radio app. We're in Brooklyn tonight, bottom of the 3rd. The Savages have taken a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Josh Clubb with the call.
All right, Anna Coleman, the right fielder, digs in for her first at bat, the number 8 hitter. First pitch is swung on and lofted softly to the left side, and it's going to fall foul. Just foul as Aller and Cavan giving chase there, and just kind of in no man's land there. And fell just foul. Had that ball landed, Coleman could have had a chance at second. She was at first before the ball hit the ground. The 0-1 from Moore. Swung on and fouled back to the fence for strike 2. This pitch is popped up. May stay in fair territory. Goes out of play. Keep the at-bat at no balls and 2 strikes to Coleman. This is a changeup that completely fools Coleman for strike 3 and the second strikeout for Joe Moore. First out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 9, Aiden Corona, second baseman, junior for the Bears. And as I look over there, you can probably see that through your viewfinder as well, or through your screen as well. This bunt is, our pitch is offered out with a bunt and missed for strike 1. Pitch was low. It appears the Sigourney baseball team has bases. Pretty tight game as well on the baseball field. The pitch swung on a miss for strike 2 to Corona, the 9-hitter, with 1 out. To number 17, Van D, center fielder. The 0-1 to Van D is a changeup. It fooled her for strike 2. That pitch bounced before for strike 2. That pitch bounced before home plate, But Van D swung at it before it was even halfway there. The 0-2 swung on and flared to the fourth inning. Sigourney leading 1-0. Due up will be 5, 6, and 7 for Sigourney and Ella Bruns, Kylie Cavan, and Kia Montgomery.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental.
Keokuk County is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
And we thank all of our sponsors here on Steve Shuttler Media for being on board for Sigourney softball as we go to the top of the fourth.
First pitch to Ella Bruns is grounded foul down the third base line, and you may have heard the quick screams. A foul baseball hit the top of the Savage dugout. So Ella Bruns will have a 0-1 count. She popped up to the catcher in foul territory in her first at bat. No, Coleman for the first out. Brings up Kylie Cavan. She took the first pitch to shallow center field, her first at bat. The pitch swung on and fouled back for strike one. The 1-1 to Cavan. Change up, misses outside and low for ball two. The pitch is fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Savages lead 1-0 as we're starting the fourth inning. The 2-2 is swung on and fouled back and out of play again. Cavan all over Arment. Set her first at bat. She took the very first pitch and blew it out to center field. Here's the 2-2 again. This is lofted to shallow center. Actually, the second baseman's going to drift back and make the catch. That's Corona for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down for the Savages, 2 pop-ups, and that'll bring up. She popped out foul to the catcher as well in her first at bat. Actually took that to a full count and fouled a few extra off. So about a 9 pitch at bat. Can't quite read my writing, but 8 or 9 pitch at bat. Side for a ball. Montgomery at first, the threat to steal on any. Savages get the play from Coach Striegel. The pitch, so much out in front. Runners will retreat. The count will be no balls and 1 strike. Macaulay fouled 2 pitches off in her last at bat before getting that single to right center. The 0-1 is lifted out to left field. This is deep in the corner, but going to drift foul for strike 2. Outfield shifts that way. We're going to get a courtesy runner back out there for the catcher, Macaulay. It'll be Beinhardt again. She dropped. Is struggling with placement as of late. The 2-0 is struggling with placement as of late. The 2-0 of an 8th grade pitch. Then Izzy Green walked in 4 pitches. Abel Macaulay with a single 2-0. And Kinsley Club walks. Bases are now loaded. McCauley and Green moved up on the throw home as Montgomery scored. Here's a senior. Danny Aller watches the first one go by high for ball one. So Aller grounds out, and that'll end the inning. They'll leave the bases loaded. We'll head to the bottom.
High Avenue East for auto, home, business, life insurance, health insurance, and more. Kelly Styles' mission at State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover 0088, or go to kellystyleinsurance.com. That's Kelly Styles State Farm Insurance, 309 High Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. If you've had a run-in with a deer at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney, they'll get you back on the road in no time. And Tony will help you out. And we go to the bottom of the fourth here in Brooklyn tonight with high school softball. Sigourney leading BGM 2-0.
So that'll be a single. Emerson Minart home, and Kerrigan Minart stops at third. So little blunder there by the Savages as that ball got past the left. And the Bears have the tying run at third base. This first pitch is grounded to Smallwood. Smallwood's going to try it at home. Interesting choice there as Beck will be safe. Minart scores. And Beck is safe at first as Smallwood elected to go home with the throw. We are tied at 2 apiece with no one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Runner at first is Beck. At bat is number 22, Kara Arment. The pitch swung on, and this is hit out to left field. Drops in there for a base hit. Fielded by Cavan. And now runners at first and second with no one out. And we're going to get a courtesy for Arment. And that brings up Kylie Arment, the first baseman. And now after BGM gets everything shuffled, Coach Cole Striegel is going to go out and talk to his Savage defense. I'm not sure you're out. It's okay to give up the run that ties the game. Still just in the fourth inning. Still got at least 3 at bats to make up for that run. There's a lot of cheering going on in the baseball diamond. It is Savage faithful that's cheering, so looked like it was a close play at first. And there's a tree run that brings up Kylie Arment. No one out. Runners at first and second. 2 runs across already in this inning. Outside for ball one. Pitch shows bunt, pulls it back. Pitch is called a ball. So it'll be a 2-0 to Arment. The 2-0 swung on and popped up and foul for strike one. Let's move up to third and second. The runners at second and third, 1 out. That brings up the number 7 hitter, number 3, Macy Heischman, the third baseman. Heischman grounded out to third baseman Bruns in her first at bat. First pitch of the at bat as well. Heischman digs in. Pitch is called a ball. Must have just missed it. The 2-2. Not working. The 0-1. Moore says yes, fires the 0-1. This is a changeup, and it's lofted softly to shortstop Aller. Aller fires the first in time for the third out. So the Savages get out of the jam, and the score remains tied. We will head to the fifth inning. Due up for Sigourney will be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, and Moore, Smallwood, and Bruns.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. Sloan Moore Monument in Sigourney, Iowa that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. Sloan Moore Monument in Sigourney, Iowa has been serving Midwestern families since 1886. In need of assistance selecting the right memorial for your loved ones? Let the Sloan Moore family guide you to the fit that's right for you. Call 641-622-3121. For engraving, stone setting, and customization, see Sloan Moore Monument at 411 West Jackson Street in Sigourney. Find more information at sloanmoore.com.
It's gone.
We brought it back just in time to see that.
And that brings up first pitch to Bruns is low for ball 1. Is swung on and hit down the left field line and foul. Strike 1, 1-1. Baseball game. Again, can't see the scoreboard, but every time I look over there, I see Sigourney Savage runners rounding bases, so I'm guessing they're leading. The pitch swung on and hit hard to center field. Over the center fielder's head. No, she's going to get back there and make the grab at the wall. Great catch by Van D for the third out. Runs hit that well, but Savages can't do anything with 3 hit balls, and we'll head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Due up for the Bears will be 9-1-2 in Corona, Van D, and Minor.
Names at 641-919-8973. You can also find Signs Plumbing on Facebook. For all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling services, call Signs Plumbing at 641-919-8973. Signs Plumbing at 208 Ackerd Street in Harper, serving the surrounding area. For top quality service.
Hi, I'm Krista Sellers, driver of the 7K Figure 8 race truck. I race at local figure 8 tracks across southern Iowa. One of my good sponsors is CJ at Sigourney Motors. Next time you or someone you know is looking for a good used vehicle or in need of some minor repairs, you can contact CJ. The races are at CJ's shop.
Baseman Aiden Corona is due up. Struck out in 3 pitches in her first and only at bat back in the third inning. The Savages have kept the Bears down in order in the first 3 innings, but the fourth inning sent 7 to the plate, picked up 2 runs in the process. All first pitch attacking is how they got there. As Moore winds and delivers. This pitch is, I don't know, I'm sure if that was a bunt or a slap. Nonetheless, it's a strike. Kind of just stuck the bat out there, almost like a bunt that when you keep your hands on the grip, didn't really go through the slap swing motion. The 0-1. Swung on and grounded softly back up the middle. Green gets over, fires the first, not in time. Ball goes past Smallwood. Corona's going to try for 2 as the ball goes in. That ball, Joe Moore had a chance at it, which kind of deflected it up into the hole a little bit more. Which made it a tough play for Green at second base. Leadoff hitter is aboard, and we'll go to the top of the order for the Bears. Van D. Popped up to second her last time up. First pitch is swung on a miss for strike 1. Might have got it just a piece of it. Pitch is a changeup that Van D actually offered at. It rolled all the way to home. And it's strike two. As Van D kept the bat out as the ball rolled into home. I'm not sure if she thought she was going to still make contact or if just 1-2. Gets it, flips the first in time. Runner advances the third on the play. So a sack bunt for Minert in the second out. And that brings up Kerrigan Minert, who actually she's the Minert that hit it out to left center.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental.
Still tied as we start the sixth inning. The 1-2 is a changeup that stays high for ball two. Harmon's changeup has not fooled the Savages. She's also not gotten it in the zone. It keeps sailing over the head of the batters. The 2-2 swung. A little trouble with the scoreboard if you hear that hollering. His count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, no one out. The pitch swung on and chopped foul. Cavan, good battle up there. Making contact with everything she swings at. Just can't quite get it straightened out. But the basket catch cannot be made. Cavan is at first. Looked well short for the right fielder. Had to run a long way. So leadoff hitter is on for the Savages, and that'll bring up Kia Montgomery. Her last at bat was hit by the very first pitch. She struck out back in the second inning. She digs in. Pitches, offered a bunt. Misses for strike one. So 0-1 to Montgomery. Cavan at first with no one out. Tie ball game in the sixth inning. The 0-1 to Montgomery is swung on a miss for strike two. The 0-2. The at bat alive. The count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. No one out. Runner at first. Cavan with a big jump there at first actually would have been almost a second. Montgomery will go down looking for the first out. Cavan remains at first, and that'll bring up Izzy Green. She walked in 4 pitches the last time at bat, and she has popped out foul in this one. First pitch to Green is popped up in the field. Pitcher Arment's going to make the grab for the second out. And that'll bring up catcher Abel McCauley. He got the lone hit. Out.
Keokuk County Medical. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jackson
In Oskaloosa at 309 High Avenue East for And we thank all of our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media and Skunk River Radio Facebook for being on board for Sigourney Softball. That includes Oski Dental, Signs Plumbing, Kelly Style at State Farm, Sigourney Body Shop, Essence of Life Hospice, also Sigourney Motors, Sloan Moore Monument, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics.
Inside ball two. To Maya Beck. Ball 3. Previous at bats, the pitch. Called strike one in her half. As Moore tries to battle back here. We were tied at 2 as we were in the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th. 3-1 count. As Moore gets the signal for the 3-2. Shakes the first one off, takes the second. The pitch is a changeup in the dirt. Walks her. Leadoff hitter is on for the Bears. Moore not happy with herself there as that pitch just came out of her hand funny and rolled into home plate. As it goes off of Braun's hands into Aller's glove, she fires over to first, and they're going to say she beat it out. As it goes off of Braun's hands into Aller's glove, she fires over to first, and they're going to say she beat it out. So Arment reaches. On the infield single. Pitch is bunted hard right back up the middle, and it finds its way through. Center fielder Club has to come in and field it. She's going to hold it in the diamond as one run will score. Runners will be at the corners with no one out. And Moore doing a good job to keep that runner at bay. And that'll be one out. Coleman digs in. First pitch is fouled back for strike number 1. Coleman has struck out and grounded out to shortstop in this one. And runners at second and third. BGM with a lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch is offered at and missed for strike 2. Held the bunt out there the whole time. Trying to soft squeeze there. Runner at third, Bockenstein did not come off the bag, though, on that bunt attempt. Here's the 0-2. Changeup is flared, popped up. Bruns makes the grab, turns around. They're going to double it up at second, and that's the third out. The Savages with a double play to get out of that jam. But Bears do get a run across to take the lead, and the Savages have 3 outs to work with to try to get that one back as we'll head to the top of the 7th after this commercial break.
If you've had a run-in with a deer, a fender bender, or any sort of accident with your vehicle, get you back on the road in no time. And Tony will help you out with a free estimate. It's service with a smile at Sigourney Body Shop. Give them a call at 641-622-2022, or again, stop in at 210 West Clark Street in Sigourney. The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. All right, we are back with the live action, top of the 7th. Do or die time for the Sigourney Savages.
Top of the 7th, first pitch to Club is a strike. Swung on. This pitch is swung on and hit out to center field. Center fielder is going to settle underneath of it and make the grab for the first out. So the Savages with the leadoff spot up. 1, 2, 3 in the order. And Kinsley Club takes the second pitch, flies out to center field. And that brings up Danny Aller. First pitch to Aller is popped up and foul for strike 1. Joe Moore waits on deck for Sigourney. Aller is sack bunted. This pitch is popped up. Might stay in play and does, and the catch is made at the fence for the second out. And it sounds like, because we're right above the Bears dugout, they're going to intentionally walk Joe Moore. Which you cannot blame BGM at all. So Moore's on first, 2 outs. Devin Smallwood at the plate. Smallwood has popped up to third, popped up to first, and struck out in this one. First pitch to Devin is swung on and hit to center field. Ball settling underneath of it and making the grab. Van D gets the third out for BGM, and the Bears able to upset the Savages by a score of 3-2. The Bears will improve to 12-4 on the season. Sigourney will fall to 11-6, and Sigourney